Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome to the Velocity Chaos podcast. We are coming to you at the speed of sound here from the Hexapod Sound House in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke. I am joined by my wonderful, I was trying to think of something that had an alliteration, with my awesome co-host, Nick.
I'll take what I can get, man. But thank you. Happy to be here with you in the Hexapod, doing the 43rd episode of Velocity Chaos. And we are joined by our trusty, our tried, our true, our terrific DJ Red Carpet.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me out.
Always. We need you. You're essential. How about that for some alliteration? Take that.
It's great.
No.
I think you're neat and nifty and notable and nourishing.
And your name is Nick.
And your name is Nick.
So what do we got going on today, Luke?
Well, let's take a look at what we got going on. So first, I got something that you guys got to see. Nick's got something that he doesn't think we know what it is, but we'll see if we know what we think it means. And then I got some clickbait headline challenges for Nick, nifty Nick. And then Nick's going to tell us how it does that. And you'll find out later what it is, what it is. But here at the Velocity Chaos podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, or sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves. I'm struggling.
Have you been
Nick,
drinking?
I should be.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm having a stroke.
Might be clearer if you were. But before we get into the show, a reminder to all of you out there who I hope are cracking open a nice beverage, kicking back and listening to our show. Follow us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod and on Facebook. Also, drop us some stars on iTunes, some love on Spotify, toss us a sub on YouTube. You know, get out there, support the chaos, support the velocity, make sure we got a conversation going around this show. Thanks as always for your support. All right, we're into it now.
Maybe it was all that sushi I had earlier. I got the bad deal of the fish.
Freaking Uber Eats.
So is that what Mercury? All the tuna's eating all the other bottom feeders and
Just
then
soaked right into your blood.
just right into it. But you got to see this. So this is not like the other ones where I gave you guys a short clip of something that you had to see. This is a longer process. So what these are, as I salivate over here, you got to see this last man standing races. This is a quote unquote race. It's not about time, but this is a race and measure of willpower. So how far can you push your body? How resilient is your mental fortitude? So the premise of the race is that you need to run 1 mile every 15 minutes until there's one person left standing. That's crazy.
Sounds like a lot of pukage going on.
I don't think anyone was puking, but
Oh, wow. Then I'm just a wimp.
I think we might just change this segment or make a different segment called Let's take a look at these crazy people.
I thought you were going to say, let's make fun of Nick being a wimp.
Oh, no. That's the other. So we got two segments out of this.
Yeah, look at this. Wow, we are off to
the think tank here.
That's a whole new season right there.
But yeah, 1 mile every 15 minutes. It's simple, but crazy.
Yeah.
So, and if you think about it, average, running, walking speed, it's 3 to 4, or not running, but walking speed's 3 to 4 miles an hour. So you could just be walking briskly and, finish the time every,
Wow.
15 minutes if you really wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this stems from Big Dog's The Backyard event from 2019. This guy I looked up, he walked I don't know if it was cross America, but it was like very long distance.
Yeah.
I say I looked it up, and now I don't even know.
I did a lot of research.
Did a lot of
on this.
not of research.
I wrote some stuff down and lost the piece.
I watched a little documentary on this one, so I'll link the documentary.
What's the documentary called?
Yeah, you'd like to know that, wouldn't you?
Put you on the spot. Anyway, while you're doing that, I will ask DJ Red Carpet.
Finding the limit.
Okay, we're back.
Go on.
What is the fastest mile you've run?
That's assuming I've ever run a mile in my life. I
Maybe
don't think I could. I don't think I could run a mile.
What's the fastest mile you've skated is probably what I should be asking.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that because I can glide through that problem.
Push off.
I used to see. I don't know my fastest mile time, but I used to do those beep tests back in school. You remember those? Like they like stand on one side of the gym and it beep, and then like you run to the next side, and when it beeps, you have to run back. You have to get to the other side before it beeps, and it's like there's like something like 4 miles within that if you like max it out.
Whoa.
And
Jesus.
like I got to like level 12 or something like that. I'm probably overestimating.
They gamified it, so you're like trying to like beat the game.
Oh yeah, I always lost. Don't worry. Everyone got to like 25.
Yeah.
It was a quarter mile total.
What was your? Do you know? What your fastest was?
I mean, I did run track, but I never ran the mile.
Okay.
I did cross country.
Yeah.
Just for a couple races because our track coach, it was during soccer season. Our track coach was like, "Hey, I need some runners. We have a meet." And we were like, "Okay." So I ran that in 20 minutes.
So I ran over.
Yeah, basically. And so I ran that in 20 minutes, and that's like 1 mile.
Okay.
And so that comes to like a little over 6. So I think I could do it at that time, definitely under 6 minutes
Wow. Okay.
for if I was doing 1 mile.
Damn, you were really crushing it then.
Yeah.
I think my fast was like 7:10. Like
Yeah.
I've never been a runner, but I always wanted to run a 6 minute just to do it.
Yeah, you could do it.
But instead, I've been doing the Stairmaster. Not really a lot of running.
You're working them quads.
Going for strength right now.
That's right. Build it up.
So back into it. So you saw this documentary.
Last man standing race, Big Dog's backyard. So the concept is almost too simple for the last man standing race, where runners have an hour to complete 4.166667 mile trail loop during the day and a road loop at night. So this is like kind of navigating through the woods on his property, and then when it gets dark, then they just put it on the road. So this is his idea. The loop repeats until there's one runner left. So having a plan of not quitting almost guarantees victory. Genius.
Freaking genius.
And during the documentary, it's only an hour long. So if you got an hour or double speed it, if you got a half hour, and they run so much faster.
Yeah.
Then it becomes 4.166 miles in a half hour. Per half hour.
There, you're just helping them out.
Bam. Yeah, it's much quicker. But yeah, so it is just over digging deep enough, and it's not a race. Everyone was saying it's not a race until there's 2 people left. And then it's not a competition until there's 2 people left. Because then the whole time you're testing yourself, and then now when there's 2 people left, you're like, all right, I'm gonna beat this son of a bitch. Like I'm gonna have more willpower. I'm gonna last longer than they are.
Yeah.
But I think up until that point, everyone's just like, I'm just going. Like, feel good, whatever. Like, I'll feel terrible, but like it's.
See, I would sign up for something like that and be like the third person to quit, because you're not the first one to tap out, but you don't have to do anything else. You're like, oh yeah, that guy participated in that. He's a strong-willed man.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get down to the last 2, that's when you start getting blisters, breaking your legs. You know what I'm saying?
Probably even before. How far do you think they run? How long do you think they run for?
So this is what was like. I'm wrapping my head around it. Is it they'll just keep going until somebody taps out?
What happens if you get lapped? Do you could do weight?
So okay, so
Yeah,
what you
how's
have
that
to
work?
do is there's a corral to start, like a starting line corral, so everyone fits in.
Yeah.
And when the timer is up, so if you're doing the original one, the guy's 4 mile one, you have to at the start you're in the corral, and then hour passes. If you're not in the corral or cross the line and in the corral by the time the next hour passes, you're out.
Oh, so you get held up. Like it's at the start of each out.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
run the 4 miles faster than so if you're running the 8-minute miles, you're done in 32 minutes, so you got 28 minutes to rest.
Oh wow, you can break it out.
It's like
Yeah.
Beerio Kart. You gotta
Yeah.
slam your beer now, or you can slam it throughout the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's and the one I saw was what I originally stumbled upon this was 1 mile every 15 minutes. So you have the corral, so you're running 5-minute mile, then you got 10 minutes to relax, or run a 10-minute mile, you got 5 minutes to chill out before the next.
That one seems harder to me.
Yeah, it's a little more constant.
You have to boom, 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 boom. The
Yeah.
other one's like kind of like you can take care of it all in one if you're in good shape, and then you just rest.
Yeah, 4 miles is just still I don't think I've ever ran that much in a single setting.
I think the longest I've run is like probably 2.5.
Yeah.
It was weird that run. I was with a friend, and he's like, "You want to go running?" And it was Adam Davenport.
Oh.
And he's like a super cool guy, and everyone just wants to impress this guy for some reason.
Got that aura about him.
He's got that kind of like, and he would be right now if he heard this, he'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, you're doing it to me right now. And so he's like, you want to go running? And it's like, yeah, I was freshman, and I thought, this guy was so cool. And so I'm like running, and he is a runner. And so he's just like, you want to keep going? And I'm like, yeah, cool.
Anything for you.
Yeah. You want to keep going? Yeah. Yeah, please. All right, yeah, let's keep going. But I held it up. He's like, let's go back. And I don't know if it was out of pity, and he just knew I was starting to fail or what. But I felt like we went the whole way, and he showed me at the end, and and we didn't stop, and it was like 2.5 miles. I was like, and I've never done that again.
So you get back to the dorm, and he's like, all right, I'm going to go finish the run.
Yeah. Probably what he did.
Yeah. Runs another 10 miles.
Probably what he did.
So
Dude, that guy's awesome.
So yeah, how long do you think these guys ran in the last race, 2021? How far do you think the winner ran? 4 miles every hour.
So he probably ran. I'm gonna guess 60 miles.
60 miles. Because that's what 15 hours of running.
Yeah. Which
Red carpet.
Reasonable.
I was gonna say 13.
13
hours.
Tapping out after 4 hours.
13 hours. So
13 hours. So that's what
40,
39.
39. Wait, what?
52.
Wait, no, 52. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deck of cards.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 354 miles.
No.
Yeah. Harvey Lewis won 2021's Biggs Backyard World Championship with 86 laps, 354 miles.
Wow.
When did they sleep?
They don't, or that's why it says like a
20-minute
personal
nap.
test, of your
crank 20-minute naps.
Yeah, I get it. That's probably what they were doing.
You just close. Yeah.
3.5 days.
This is what's so
Yeah.
interesting. This is what I like about this is that it's starting to push what like a human can do in a certain set of time.
Yeah.
But man, what did the other guy run?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so
370 whatever.
yeah, exactly. So it'd have to be 350. Yeah, because you're only going to do one more lap than you need to to win.
Going.
Yeah.
I'm smoking it.
No, I'm not done yet.
I'm racing guys in the future.
Going. All right. Well, we're gonna clear this up, but yeah, just let us know when you're done.
That's like psychosis territory. You imagine being the guy who came in second. Like, dude, I just ran for 3.5 days and lost.
Yeah.
That's the only person you need to worry about. Who cares about the winner?
Yeah.
Runs right off a cliff.
It's just so crazy. Because you think full Ironman triathlon, that's a 2.4 mile swim, less than 7 kilometers.
Yeah.
112 mile bike ride, greater than 7 kilometers.
Wow.
And a 26.2 mile run, also greater than 7 kilometers.
Yeah.
So if for anyone that needs the metric system, I'll give you that conversion.
Yeah.
So I mean, even that is insane. And my brother-in-law does triathlons, and he's really good at them, and his wife too. I guess is that considered sister-in-law?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My sister-in-law.
But yeah, so he does them. And
He does triathlon.
We stayed down there.
Wow.
For Thanksgiving one year, and he was like, go biking. And it was like 50 miles or something. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I do like bike riding, but I mean, the swimming and running part's tough.
It's insane. And then what are the other even just the other races? You got the Tough Mudders. You guys ever done one of those?
Oh,
Yeah, I've done
my
it.
sister does those.
Or the Viking run or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
They're fun because they're a lot less intense. Like they're really more about just getting through it and going with people. Yeah, it's more like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking something up. You gotta, for all of you out there, and Luke, you gotta look this up. The Iron Cowboy documentary. This guy did 50 Ironmans in 50 days in all 50 states.
Jesus Christ.
So they built like this whole plan that he would like literally do the Ironman, get in a van, and they drive him to the next state. He would do the Ironman. They drive him over to the next state, do the Ironman, all of them in 50 days.
Yeah, no thanks.
So that's a given that you have to have 50 Ironmans.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, how are these? Who's doing an Ironman on a Wednesday? where are these
This
scheduled?
guy.
Or is he just doing them by himself? Like these aren't scheduled events.
James Lawrence broke multiple Guinness records, completed the ultimate challenge, racing 50 Ironman races in 50 consecutive days through all 50 states. The documentary is bonkers because he was behind. He gets behind. His body goes into shock in like the first like 12, 15 days. And so
First 12, 15 miles.
yeah, he gets way behind and then he like comes back and accomplishes it. It's insane.
Oh my
It's
God.
wild. So
That's just true human
yeah.
grit.
So I do get fascinated by this stuff mostly because other people are doing it.
Yeah. I'll watch you guys do it.
I'll watch you guys do it. Are you gonna do this next year? This year?
No, hell no.
Biggs?
Yeah,
Is Biggs a brand or what is it?
No, that's a nickname. I think his name's like Lars or something, or Laz.
Okay.
Something like that. So I wanted to propose, what if we started the Velocity Chaos podcast set of challenges?
Well,
Ooh.
We start with our own 15-minute mile challenge, but then let's put a cap. Like, let's be honest, let's put a cap on it. Like, if we could do like 10 or something, like, then that's pretty good for us, right? That's like 2.5 hours of running.
it should be like 4 beers in an hour.
Yeah, or we could do beer miles.
Beer miles.
Like, we just still have a whole list. This is like YouTube content.
Yeah, man.
Very
I'll
cool.
try this. I'll try everything once.
Yeah. And we do I thought of one like drinking like a certain amount of water every like 5 minutes or something.
Oh, God.
And then first person to pee loses.
That's actually dangerous. That could be lethal.
Dude, they did that on a radio show.
Yeah, here it is.
Like early 2000s. I gotta look it up, but it was like a competition that who could drink the most water in one sitting, and the lady who won actually died because she diluted her blood.
It's her fault.
Yeah,
But-
there's like the
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I
She
can't
went out a
remember.
winner.
Overhydration. I can't remember that. That's
Wait,
water. You can literally have hyponatremia, I think it's called. Hyponatremia is when you have too much water in your body.
We did talk about in a way earlier episode of doing a Taco Bell challenge. Like, we each get a
Oh,
Taco Bell
box.
box. Yeah, so maybe we have to
I'll do
revisit that.
I'll do that.
So that's just on the list.
Taco Bell box. We're going right now.
You gonna sponsor us too?
Come back. We'll stay up late. Ring the bell.
Yeah.
Ding. All right.
I
Man.
thought it was. Yeah, I mean, I'd check it out. We'll post the links in the show
Eating, drinking,
notes.
I'm all down for those. I don't want to do running.
Yeesh. I guess I'll win that one.
Yeah, I automatically win.
It's a
I
brisk
challenge
walk.
you.
It's
No,
a brisk
I win.
walk.
Brisk walk. How many frisbees thrown in 20 minutes? That could be a
Quantity or distance?
That would be the race. You have to throw it, run to the disc, throw it, run to the disc, throw it. How far could you run like that? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
We'll come up with a Velocity Chaos Olympics. That's what we'll do. How about that?
We'll do that. Yeah.
But we need to start proposing the list and getting approved by like a committee. Your mom can be the president.
yeah.
That's not an insult.
She'll be the manager or what? Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Team
President.
Horvat. Team Horvat.
That's an interesting point you bring up because you know what else is interesting? This product. Yeah, that's right. This product is that product of yours that you love. I remember the first time I used this product, I knew I was going to be hooked on this product for life, or at least until that product makes us a better offer. This product feels like home, safe, familiar, and smells just like you remember. This product doesn't have all that excess frills that product has. This product is streamlined for efficiency and results. So make sure you get this product today using code VCPOD20 for an extra 20% off at checkout. This is not an actual service, product, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation and offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
20%.
20%.
Amazing.
Right there off the top.
Right, skimming it right off the top like a nice military buzz cut.
Boom.
All right, guys. What do you think it means?
That is a very deep question, defining it. So it is a object. It could be an idea. It could be a person.
Nailed it. DJ Red Carpet, everybody. He's here all week. All right, now he's ruined it. He's like, I'll go back into my hole. No, we let him off the chain sometimes. This is a segment called What Do You Think It Means, where we find an archaic word or an interesting word. We check out the etymology and we generate a conversation based around it. So
Check out the big word book and read it.
this is a short word.
Dictionary.
This is a short word in the big word book. Do you guys know what the word Fubsy means?
Fubsy. Fubsy. Is it a
I looked Red Carpet dead in the eye when I said that. He just lost it.
Fubsy? I feel it's like an adjective defining a characteristic of something. Like, yeah, she was a little fubsy.
Which means what? Go on. Go on.
No, I've used it in a sense. I don't have to define it.
Spell it.
Did it sound Fubsy?
Wow, he's spelled it. He used it in a sentence, but he refuses to define it.
Fubsy. That's where you come in.
All right. We'll let you off the. Should we let him off the hook? Okay. I think you were. I think you were gonna get it right. I'll give you one more chance. What do you think it is? You were close.
Who's the
target?
No, the
Derivative.
no, the one comedian, the fluffy comedian.
Mind of
Gabriel
Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah. How he would define someone as fluffy. They're flubsy.
Fubsy.
Fubsy, no.
Oh, fubsy. Fubsy, my
You're
bad.
already conflating it. All right. You were heading in the right direction, okay? Fubsy is a word that comes from English. It's a blend of two words.
Fub and the letter Z.
Close. Fat and chubby.
Oh, nailed it.
Yeah, see, you were headed there. You wouldn't pull the trigger, though. So Fubsy was first recorded 1610s. It was a noun. Small, chubby person.
Well, that bloke's fubsy.
Exactly. No, he is a Fubsy.
So it's a noun.
You're such a Fubsy. Quit eating those Subway sandwiches. 17.
Jared would say, start eating them.
But come on. Nobody listens to Jared anymore. 1780s. Then it was used as an adjective, squat and fat. So same thing. So that's it for what do you think it means? No, I'm just kidding. What I wanted to do was pivot over to talk about some of my favorite Fubsies and your favorite Fubsies.
Okay.
Really? Come on. I thought you'd be more excited about this. Danny DeVito could be one of the greatest Fubsies of all time.
He's a great fubsy.
That's a good one.
That's a good fubsy.
Come on. I mean, he's iconic for playing Penguin. He's iconic for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The dad in Matilda. Twins with Arnold
Taxi,
Schwarzenegger.
Twins. I heard they're trying to make another one of those.
That'd be great.
Of them older. Yeah, it'd be great.
Dude, he was the dead Matilda. Oh my god.
You think I just pull stuff out of nowhere?
Yeah, just snatch
sometimes.
Snatch it.
Most of the time.
Grabbing it, putting it down on the table. Danny DeVito is literally a ball on legs.
Yeah.
And I think he's the definition of a Fubsy.
I think you nailed that one.
Yeah. So I hate to start off with the top one, but because now we have nothing to build up to. But Winston Churchill, I think, is a Fubsy.
Was he
Fubsy.
tall or was he short and stout?
I think he was pretty rotund.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe that's where they really hammered that one home. Like Churchill, Fubsy. Winston Fubsy Churchill, I think was his name.
5'6".
Okay, yeah, that's Fubsy territory.
Pretty big. So Winston Churchill, another popular Fubsy. I was thinking of another Fubsy, Alfred Hitchcock.
Was he a Fubsy?
Yeah.
Would Zach Galifianakis be a Fubsy?
Yeah.
I'm
Squad?
learning.
Yeah, you're getting
learning,
this.
yeah.
You're getting it. So I would definitely consider good old Zach Galifianakis.
Who's the other one with the mustache? Ron Swanson. What's his?
Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman. Is he?
He's since slimmed down, so he's no longer.
Formerly Fubsy.
Yeah, former.
Drew Carey was Fubsy.
Fubsy's anonymous. Just people getting out of Fubsiness, just like meeting. They all have to
go
step
to
on a scale before
FA
they enter
meeting.
the meeting. Like, it's like, Jerry, you are no longer a Fubsy. Congratulations!
Yeah, but you
Now
can't
get
come to
out.
our meetings ananymore.
Donuts. Just like they don't. Alvin Hitchcock, 5'7". I think he was a Fubs. His face was a Fubs.
Yeah, he had
He was a Fubsy.
a Fubsy face.
Fubsy Wubsy.
Yeah,
People use that. Fubsy
that's
Wubsy.
why it,
Is that Fubsy Wubsy?
yeah, it was
Is
a
that from
bear.
Peter-
Fuzzy Wuzzy didn't
No,
care.
that's Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Oh, Fuzzy Wuzzy.
I think Fubsy Wubsy, was that from Peter Cottontail? I thought Fubsy Wubsy was a rabbit from not Agatha Christie, but Peter Rabbit. Beater Rabbit.
Urban Dictionary. Here we go. Fubsy Wubsy.
Now we know we're on the right track.
Oh no! Oh, this is. Oh, never mind. It's we stumbled upon a Juggalo dinner, and this was posted by Fubsy Wubsy. A meal purchased from a gas station convenience store. Juggalo dinner. There you go. You get 2 for 1 here. And what do you think
The
it means?
modern etymology of the word Fubsy Wubsy.
So yeah, Fubsy Wubsy. He's a writer here.
And I think I got to bring it up. I think the most iconic Fubsy of all time, second to Danny DeVito, I'll say this: Porky Pig.
oh yeah.
Porky Pig, classic Fubsy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Fubsy, we're really getting into what is I think a reverential term, a Fubsy.
A term of endearment.
Term of endearment. I think it's a harmless word that you could use in many instances. Fubsy Wubsies, that's more of a specific instance.
Yeah. That's very intimate.
Yes. So sheets, like when you roll up, like
Yeah.
I remember those good old days as a gigolo rolling up. Just what do you want off the dollar menu?
Grape Fago.
Gets me liquidated. Yeah.
All right, let's send it on over. Clickbait headlines. This is where I went through some headlines, found some interesting ones, maybe edited them to make them more clickbaity, and they were too telling, so I had to shorten them.
You just wrote a bunch of fake things.
No, I just omitted some words.
Got it.
So So this is I'm going to ask Nick and DJ Red Carpet. What do they think this article is about? And we will start here. A Tongan man says he swam for more than 24 hours.
I actually saw this article.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But see, this is what happens when you do Aussie news, okay? So, first of all, Jonah from Tonga. Ever watch that show?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, my God.
So Tonga's a place. You see,
Yeah.
I already.
This is about a Disney movie, actually.
So, Jonah from Tonga is a show that was on HBO, and it starred Chris Lilly. You know Chris Lilly?
Is he Fubsy?
No. Anyway, Jonah from Tonga. Take it. I think you would like it. You would like the show.
So what is it? What is it then, if you know?
Really quick. Oh, what is the man? Oh, I didn't read the article.
Okay.
I just saw the
It
headline.
wasn't clickbaity enough.
Yeah.
But I made this one more clickbaity.
Okay. I think he fell off a boat, fell off a boat. Had to tread water for 24 hours. Got picked up by a Coast Guard or something.
Close.
Okay.
So, did you want to take a stab, Red Carpet?
Oh, he took my answer.
Okay. So, Tongan man says he swam for more than 24 hours after a tsunami swept him out to sea.
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah. So, Tonga, I know Red Carpet's wondering, where's Tonga? What is Tonga? Tonga is located South Pacific Ocean. Consists of 176 islands. Is located South Pacific Ocean, around 2,000 miles east of Brisbane, Australia. So Australia up east.
East Australia.
Islands are scattered over an area of 270,000 square miles of ocean and are organized in a 500-mile line that runs north to south. So there's your Tonga geography for you. So Lasala Falau. That'll be in the show notes, maybe. It'll be in the article that you can read.
Yeah.
He says he swam for more than 24 hours after getting swept off the sea, but this was back in January. So Tonga, says he comes following the eruption of a massive volcano, Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano on January 14th and 15th. This is massive volcano that erupted and caused tsunamis to occur.
That's my nickname. That's my gigolo.
Yeah,
That's my gigolo nickname. Hunga Hunga.
Yeah, Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai. That's what we call you. So LaSalle was painting his house. His brother had informed him about the tsunami coming, so he climbed up a tree to seek refuge.
Smart move.
Yeah, get above the waters. I think he had a niece with him, either in a close by tree, or I don't know if they were in the same tree. They climbed down during a lull, but ended up getting swept away by another big wave. He estimates that it's more than 6 meters, or conversion nearly 20 feet, and swept out to sea at about 7 p.m. local time, conversion probably 7 a.m. local time for us.
Yeah. Literally, I think Australia is the reverse.
Yeah.
12 back. Or 12 forward, I think.
So he gets swept out. He's got so LaSala already has mobility issues. Like he's not good at walking, and something's like up and can't walk. He's, according to him, can't walk properly, quote unquote. And so he was swept out, and he hears his son calling for him, like younger son, and he's like, "Well, I'm already jeopardized. I don't want him to come out here and then jeopardize both of us." So he didn't respond, and so he just kept getting swept out further and further and further. And just kind of hoping he would grab onto something and then eventually be found. Wow. That wasn't the case. He kind of just kept floating.
Oh, God.
He just long story short, he gets to like another island.
He got to a whole nother island?
Yeah. And then there was nothing there. So then he starts swimming towards another island. There was like some, police or whatever, like Coast Guards. They didn't see him. Like he was trying to call out. They didn't see him. They just kept driving. Eventually, he gets back to the island. Taxi or it's like someone driving, like gets connected with him, and then finally gets back home. So he was.
Wow, this is quite a tall tale.
Yeah, who knows how true LaSala could be.
Here's my thing: if he had gotten picked up by somebody, then I would believe him 100%. But the fact that he just like kind of rolled back up to the property,
maybe just
the
hit
homestead,
his head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we how can you verify it? I don't know. You let a guy have his story, I guess.
But people are praising him and hailing him as the real life Aquaman from the area.
Excuse me, but come on.
So yeah, that's that story. There's a little more to it. If you want to go read it, we will get it to you. But next one. A new hotline gives you options for joy.
Is this a Fubsy Wubsy hotline?
Maybe. Is that what you think it is?
That would be joyful, though. I mean, a nice gas station delivery service.
Hey, maybe.
Read the headline again.
A new hotline gives you options for joy.
This has got to be Australian too.
Is this like a friend's hotline? Like if you're alone, you need to talk to somebody, and you want a little happiness in your life. Like you can press 1 for tell me a joke, 2 for tell me a joke.
Yeah.
3, tell me a different joke.
Yeah, because the first 2 are the same.
The first 2 suck. Tell me a different joke.
No, you're pretty close. Pretty close.
Number 4.
Yeah, no.
Send me a video of a kitten playing the piano.
So this was the kids at Westside Elementary in Healdsburg, California, handed out Peptoc hotline cards to the public to help spread the word about the project. So this teacher, whatever her name is, it's in here somewhere. Jessica Martin, that's what it is. Just got to find it. Peptoc, Peptoc. and it is kindergartners that have recorded messages. So you can call the hotline. If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2. If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3. If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. For encouragement in Spanish, press 5. So, yeah.
I wish we could call that. Can we call it now?
We can't. Maybe. I don't know.
We should totally put that on the line.
Yeah, maybe
Can
we can do
hook
that.
it up?
Yeah. So Pep Talk,
Give me your phone.
as the free hotline is called, is a project from the students of Westside. I went through this small school in Healdsburg, put together with help of teachers, Jessica Martin and Ashira Weiss. Martin, who teaches the arts program at the school, says she was inspired by her students' positive attitudes despite all that they've been going through, the pandemic, wildfires in the region, and just everyday challenges of being a kid.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the pep talk, or what's the number?
So next time you need a little boost, dial Pep Talk at 707-998-8410.
Wow.
So, yeah, if you want to take over for a second, I'll get that on the horn.
That's really cool because I think, kids see the world in a certain way. So if you get them out there trying to be nice and record people and that's a genius idea because they are so encouraging. They can just be kind of like, oh, all this stuff is different, but you'll be all right. Because kids are optimists too. I think most of them are. It's just built in.
Hi, welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School.
Bienvenidos a Peptoc, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes de Westside School.
Para un mensaje feliz, presiona 5.
Cinco, see?
Please listen to the following options for encouraging messages. If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2. If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3. If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. If you would like to make a donation to support this project, please press 6.
All right, let's pick one. Let's do the Pep
For
Talk.
encouragement in
Pep
Spanish,
talk or
press
Okay,
5.
yeah.
Oh, my
I wonder what
screen.
life advice would be.
I'm like really emotional about those.
Dude.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous,
All right, that's the end of that one. But yeah, if you want to,
How
Pep
is that
Talk,
the
we'll
end
put
of
it.
that one? You guys got to call that number.
Yeah,
That's
call
so
that number.
awesome.
Find out for yourself.
That's the world being a brighter place.
That is great.
Good for that teacher.
Yeah.
Jennifer Martin?
Jessica Martin
Jessica
and Ashira Weiss,
Wow, and Ashira Weiss. I mean,
and the students of Westside Elementary.
hats off to those two and the students. Man, that got me emotional. That made me feel so good.
I don't even know if I want to do the other one.
Yeah, no. We got a show to do though. We got to work.
All right,
No,
we'll do one more. So, headline: 3 cats have outmaneuvered their 2 humans.
I also saw. I think we're on the same. I
gotta find a different website.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Because I don't read them.
Yeah,
This has something to do with food, probably.
Sorta.
Like they, do they close the door on them and lock them out of the house?
nope.
Oh,
Red
geez.
carpet, you gotta.
Yeah, I was gonna say locked out of a car.
No.
Locked out.
So this one is
Gotcha.
3 cats have outmaneuvered their 2 humans to hold a blender hostage for weeks.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm not getting out of here. I'm right
Darn
here.
Cats.
On a blender hostage.
Yeah.
So one's just on the top,
yeah.
and then when he's up, the other one just like jumps
Just
up.
rotate.
Jesus.
So Jessica Gerson-Neves and her wife Nikki are really looking forward to using their new Vitamix blender to whip up smoothies and soups. In fact, the highly anticipated Black Friday purchase has recently become a focal point of their kitchen at home in British Columbia, Canada. Jessica bought this, and as soon as they brought it into their house and put it in the kitchen, in the box, they didn't unbox it yet. So the cat's
First
just
mistake.
mounted on the box and kind of just sitting there for, and they're kind of like taking turns sitting on the box. So it's not that they can't open just lift the cat off and open it. It's kind of become like a fun thing for them.
Sure. Because I was going to say the easy way to fix this is just to taser the cat.
Taser the cat, put him on a leash.
One of the cats have tasers. That's why they're holding it hostage.
That'd be funny if they were just on. Oh, man.
But
AR-15 cat.
What if they opened it up and there was like something really wrong with the blender?
Yeah, they're just protecting him.
Animals have that sixth sense, man. You never know. There's anthrax in the box.
It wasn't a blender.
It
all
wasn't a
along.
blender.
There's a grenade in the box.
It was a bomb.
What's in the
But,
box?
yeah, the story picked up, so they started posting it on Facebook about their they had already a cat Facebook page. You have the cats are Max, Lando Calrissian, and George, the Destroyer of Worlds.
He's definitely the ringleader.
Yeah.
It's definitely his.
Definitely George in control here. So yeah, they had their Facebook post, and then they kind of started doing they called it Appliance Gate, and they were
This
having
is a clever story. I like it.
Yeah, there was some wit to it. They were writing up these like a police report on it. The cats are on here. We'll link the Facebook page, but
Blender hostage.
there's people were given solutions. Even Vitamix offered solutions. They sent 3 empty boxes so that maybe the cats will take those as decoys.
Wow.
But I thought it was it was interesting. But
where are they now? Did they get their blender?
yeah, they got it back.
Okay. They
after
kicked
a
the
while.
cats out of the
Yeah.
house.
So this just for reference of how to become popular, viral. This took their page from 65 followers to currently at 55,000 followers.
Dang.
For the cats and the blender.
Gabriel Church Kitten, we gotta just pen him up on this table so
Yeah.
that the YouTube crowd can.
Hey yo, Gabe.
Yeah,
Hey yo, Gabe, come here.
yeah, that's gonna work. We gotta ignore him completely, and then he'll come up here.
He's his own cat.
He's his own cat, like most cats. Well, man, there's nothing worse than getting a brand new device and then not being able to use it. Speaking of which, before we get into the next segment, I wanted to bring up the device. The device is so easy and convenient to use, even your grandma could use it. That's actually who I got it from for my birthday. Yes, your grandma got me the device. Your grandma. The device was designed in a top secret laboratory by top tier scientists using top drawer tools. The device is state of the art technology that won't let you down, just like your grandma. Don't let us down. Use the code VCPOD BOGO, BOGO at checkout to get a second of the device for 50% off to give to a friend. This is not an actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation and offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
Nice. When I was working as a customer service rep at a local strip mall, this was part of the valet. But some lady.
That's one of the best openings I've ever heard in any store. I don't know why, but that was great.
This lady comes up. She's like, "Where's BOGO?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Where's the store BOGO?" And she hands me this card, and it's says it's like a sale BOGO. I'm like, "Man, it's like a coupon for buy one get one off." Yeah, it was a special day.
Oh, special lady. You should have said, "I am BOGO."
You found me.
You found me. Well, can I buy something from you? You can buy a whole night with this Fubsy Wubsy. Actually, that's what you owe me when I'm done.
Yeah.
Fubsy Wubsy. All right. So we're on to our final segment of the night. How does it do that? This is a segment where we give you a little breakdown of how something in the real world works, which is exciting because we learn something, you learn something, and we all have a little bit more understanding of the world. So tonight we are going to talk about credit card chips.
Oh, crisps.
Crisps. Cripses. Chipses.
Credit crips.
To be honest with you, I was curious about this because I have a card and it's got 2 years left on the expiration, but I can already tell the chip's getting pretty beat up. So I'm just like, how does this technology work? What is it? Why do we do it? ... All these questions.
How's it going to last?
How's it going to last? So I did a little digging for you guys. I did the legwork. You guys just have to do the ear work and listen up. So I grew up in a cash household where we didn't really use a lot of credit cards or even debit cards. And then when I got into college, I was like, why would I worry about carrying around all these bills and doing math? I'll just swipe it. So I got a debit card and it was sweet. And then about 10 years ago, which was about the time that I was in college doing all of my credit card, stuff, that's when we started transitioning into the chip. So I missed the cool swiping days, which
Swipe it.
It's been 10
Swipe it.
years. Wow.
So they started transitioning, over to these chips, which are called EMV chips, which stands for Europay, MasterCard, and Visa, who are the companies who standardized the code, the chip, all that stuff. And what I kind of found, or at least gathered, was there's like a few specific manufacturer companies in the world. They're like, very boutique. This is their niche market. So there's only a few people kind of in this business that makes the chips. And I was wondering why they do this. The main factor is security. They're less susceptible to personal fraud. The magnetic strip, which used to carry all your information, people could literally just you started to be able to read those with phones at that point. And then or cheap card readers. There's this scam I remember when I was in high school that I saw where somebody in the middle of the night went up to the gas station pump and put like a fake card reader on top of the card reader so that when you pushed your card in, it went through and they scanned.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
So-
they did that in Focus. He like takes the ATM off. he's been doing this all year. Pops it off and walks
That
out.
screenwriter must have been from Northeast Ohio. But anyway,
That's
so
insane.
it is insane. So we've transitioned over to these chips because the chips are much harder to steal because they create a unique transaction number for every purchase. So there's it's a little computer in your card. And so even if somebody steals your information on the card, they can't do anything with it because by that point, the chain of progression is already broken. So people can't like jump back in. So it adds a level of security.
What about durability? Did you get to that? Like, because with the
Yeah.
strip, I remember going to like a hotel one time, and then we had like this like little portable speaker, and speakers had like magnets in them.
Yeah.
So the guy had his like the room key on the speaker, and he put it down, and then we couldn't get back into the room.
So that's because of the magnetization of like the strip. Like the actual chip that goes into your card is like a microcomputer. So
It's in the
this is crazy. So just how do they even make these things? So they start with these giant like 100-pound cylinders of glass that are about the size of a small salad plate. Like the diameter is a small salad plate. And it's just like this huge glass. It's not hollow. It's completely thick. So it's just a huge cylinder, solid cylinder of glass. And then they slice it into like salami slices. And from there,
the visuals.
they slice it into thin cuts, thin deli cuts. And
They got the meat slicer. I think you want it, and then they give you a little glass slice. Here, try this one.
number 94.
Yeah.
They slice it up, then they grind it down even further to make it really thin. And then they insert the little wires, like they heat it up and insert the wires into the glass, and they create all these little, essentially like squares on it. And each of the rectangles is about the size of an ant, and each of those is going to eventually be a microchip. So one slice of cylinder can have one slice of bologna can have all these microchips on it.
How do the circles make a square?
They they cut them out with a laser saw, which was the coolest part of my research. A laser
Lasers.
saw. I can't find a picture of a laser saw on the internet, but I want to see it.
Is that harder than diamonds?
I think it's more precise. It's about precision because it's just glass. So they cut all these little rectangles, and then these rectangles are further hooked up to little gold wires, and that creates this interface, which is essentially a microcomputer. And then they upload a code to it. This thing is no bigger than it's like just about bigger than a grain of rice. It's crazy how small this is. And yet in this device, it's literally a computer walking around in your hip pocket, in your wallet. But it's that thin, it fits inside of a credit card. Okay?
There's got to be tiny conspiracy. We're switching over to conspiracy theory. There are tiny people that whoever's creating all this stuff has cultivated, and they're just like able to make these things.
They're just building them.
Yeah, for them, this is like the size of a football or something, or like normal
Yeah,
size.
yeah. So they're just working on a little assembly line.
Yeah.
Like people, like humans have invented the video footage of like these machines that are doing all this stuff, but they're actually not doing anything.
Yeah.
Because it's just the little elves, it's
Yeah.
little baloney
Yeah, they're
tech
elves.
elves. Little tech elves.
Little baloney elves.
Little baloney
Brass
elves.
baloney elves.
Yeah, they're like two-man sawing like these glass
Hey, you
cylinders.
guys using the laser saw? Huh?
Yeah. They like they flip up their little glasses like they're welding.
Hey, boss.
Hey, yeah. Where you going to dinner? What you got for lunch today? Bologna. Bologna sandwich. Anyway, to round it all out, the chip doesn't carry any power, which is crazy. It gets activated when it goes into the card reader. So the
Same
power-
with me.
I carry no power. I get activated when I'm inserted. It's basically a dormant little computer that does one thing, and the code
Make
just
someone
runs.
money.
Yeah, the code just
Make-
runs perpetually, which is nuts. That it just is built in a way that just like, oh, new transaction, great, and then it goes to the next transaction, so on and so forth. In a way, I was thinking about this. I wonder if this was kind of like where the blockchain was born out of.
Yeah.
Because like the security feature is that there is a point in time in a transaction and that code is changed. So that I think is just like essentially what
Are these NFTs? Are these non-fungible tokens the transaction numbers?
maybe. But anyway, that's and the crazy thing is you can look it up, but you know the metal part of your card that you're actually looking at, that little square, that's not the chip.
It's not. I've been lied to.
No, that's just the
It's a
covering.
decoy.
The chip is underneath.
Oh,
that.
it's
Now that might be a contact for when it goes into the machine, like
Yeah.
it touches it. But that's not the actual chip. The chip is behind that. And there's like a very small little kind of circular cutout in the chip or in the card. And that's where the chip is glued in and secured. So that's how this all works, which really blew my mind that it's just a little microcomputer.
little guy just waiting to be turned on.
Just a little guy. But yeah, so that's why we insert stuff. Now they started getting into the contactless payment stuff, which is like, I don't even understand.
Yeah, how does that work?
You can do it
So
with your phone too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's easy because your phone can create like these near field signals is what they're called. And that is essentially is why it only works if it's in like a couple
Proximity.
inches. Yeah. Obviously for security, but that's essentially just your phone creating a certain like signal network that comes out of it, and the little device picks it up.
Are we gonna start having hand cancer?
You have hip cancer.
That's a
Cancer.
whole segment I think we should
Thigh
cover.
cancer.
But like Elon Musk talks about this, that like nothing, like you'd have to have a helmet of like cell phones perpetually like strapped to your head for like years.
Hey, people are
even
doing
generate.
that. We don't know. Cell phones are relatively new in technology. We don't know.
No, they've proven that it doesn't do it. This is also a different particle. It's like it's instead of like a electron, which we learned about when we talked about microwaves, which can actually go in and disrupt stuff.
Yeah.
Like a proton, I guess, doesn't have the same. It's smaller, so the particle is different and doesn't affect you the same way.
That's what they
Look
say
at me,
now.
man. Look at me. I
at
might
you
be totally wrong on that,
He was
but
paying attention.
Yeah,
I was
maybe.
convinced. I was convinced.
I don't know. This 5G, you know, who knows?
That's why we're gonna just
Disregard
spot
all
out.
science.
Yeah.
It's 5G, man.
Dude,
I could throw out
it's about
buzzwords.
ball cancer, homie. Ball cancer. Keep that shit in your holster, not in your pocket, man. Keep it
Too
away.
close to the jewels.
Keep it away from the family jewels. That's exactly what I was gonna say. But really quick, the near field is created in a credit card. They like put all these little wires in the actual credit card. So instead of just a little chip in it, it's all these wires throughout the card. And then the one thing I couldn't figure out though is how do you freaking if there's no power in the card?
How do we know?
Coil interference and magnetism.
I guess. You say coital interference?
Yeah, coital. No, coil.
Coital interference. Coital interference.
It's interfering in
They
your
probably use
coitus.
battery on those bad boys.
If you want coital interference, man, that's going to be another Fubsy. So yeah, buddy, that's how it works. How does it do that? That's how it does it. You know, everybody's got them. Everybody got those little chips. If it's broken, now you can explain to the cashier why it's not working.
It's your machine, not my card.
So insert it gently.
Yeah, you gotta be gentle. thought you were hitting me with some cheers, mate.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Thanks. This is a late night episode.
We can't do it without it.
Even though we just started, now it has to be there. So, Australian news. This is part of the show, one of our favorite segments of the show, one of our top 5 segments of the show each episode, where we go down to Australia, find a piece of news, and get you guys hip on what's happening. So, this one's a doozy. Watch that first step. It's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
What's that from? Classic film.
Crocodile Dundee.
Nope.
Wayne's World
Nope.
2.
Groundhog Day.
Okay.
He keeps stepping in the puddle. Anywho, 75-year-old man was hiking along a cliffside and fell 20 meters. 20 meters. So we know that's at least 7 feet with conversion. He's 75-year-old guy is going hiking on this cliffside. Like, what are you doing? Keep it on the ground, buddy.
What are you doing?
So I guess there was an overgrown part of the path. He lost his footing, began his plummet, suffered some head and leg injuries. He probably had the head injury before he went up there. Like,
Man, you are just
it's all speculation.
You are lighting this guy up.
My bad.
No, in a good way. In a good way. He deserves it. He fell off a cliff. He deserves this.
Come on, Grandpa. What are you doing? We're worried about you. You never called me. You're not worried. Anyways, so it took several paramedics to get him because he's on this cliffside that's very steep. They got to get a helicopter in there. So eventually they get him strapped up. He's life flighted out of there. It's just, really, what are you doing being 75, solo hiking on the cliffside?
Living life.
That's right, I guess.
Not giving up.
Yeah, every day.
Or maybe you are giving up in this case.
That's like, and there's like pictures in the article. We'll have it in the show notes if you want to check it out. But yeah, just like, it is the overhead. It's just,
he couldn't have fallen free fall like 20
No, it was like tumbling.
Sliding. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he tumbled. Because, 20-meter fall, you're gone. You're done.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe at that age, definitely. But
yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Our friend Devin had a really bad fall.
Yeah.
Broke his wrists and a part of his back. Yeah, like.
Oh, Jesus.
He's early 20s when it happened. It was up at the ledges, cliff ledges.
Oh, dang.
What is
Nelson Ledges?
Nelson Ledges, yeah. And he's told me about it so many different times, and it's just like your life kind of just like everything freezes, like your body's your mind is hyper aware and recording everything, and it's just like a crazy imprint. It's no joke hiking around steep
Yeah.
embankments.
Nature's nothing to mess around with, people.
Don't mess around, and make sure you have that solid footing before you step out.
Yeah, or tell people where you're going to.
We don't need any Indiana Jones out here. Steps of faith and shit like that.
I mean, just because you think about it, in life, you do want to go out and explore the world, and maybe you're doing something every 15 minutes, and that's what gets your juices flowing, and then you come back and 15 minutes later you got to do it again, and then you got to do it again, and just time after time. How long are you willing to put your body on the line? I don't know. Like, maybe once you were Fubsy and once you're not, and you're adorable. It's the way life changes. You make those changes. You take those chances because maybe you were swiping for a long time, and now you're just inserting, and it's a whole different ball game. Now that you're not Fubsy anymore, you could do new things. You got electromagnetic fields about you, and you're just feeling good. You got these kindergartners just pumping your ego. You're living the high life, so you can hike on any cliffside that you want, because you know that when it comes down to it, you got life flight to save your ass.
What a landing. He stuck it. It was great. So we are pulling into the recommendation station, the part of the show where we make sure you walk away with a little tidbit, little something. It's a recommendation from Luke or DJ Red Carpet or myself. This week, I'm going to recommend Fuego Fermentations.
Oh.
Fuego Fermentations is a Cleveland hot sauce company.
Oh, born and raised.
Born and raised. A guy named Ian and his dog, Hot Stevie, are out
that's
there
great.
making hot sauces organically. He does from field to bottle. So he grows a lot of his own peppers, and he does a lot of different small batch stuff from scratch. It's amazing.
Dang.
I can actually attest and test. I've tested his 4 flavors. He's got Fuego Q, which is a barbecue sauce, hot barbecue sauce. He's got Peach Fresno Hot, Mango Scotch Bonnet, and Habanero Hot. What I like about this is that it's got flavor to it. It's not just heat. He actually takes the time to imbue some solid flavors. So check him out. Ian and his dog Hot Stevie doing Fuego Fermentations. You can find them on Instagram at Fuego Fermentations or online at fuegofermentations.com. He's got an online store, so you can order them and he will ship them to you. Nice little bottles.
Nice.
Great branding too. It's Hot Stevie's face all over everything. He's a
Yeah,
cute,
this sounds great.
cute dog, but I highly recommend. I personally right now in my fridge have the Peach Fresno Hot, so
You look like a peach Fresno hot kind of guy.
I am very fruity.
Well, that's the thing. Like with most hot stuff, is I guess it's probably one reason why I've avoided it is because it's just hot and there's no flavor. It's just your mouth gets screwed over. that's the bottom line.
Then your butthole gets screwed.
Yeah,
over.
then your butthole gets screwed over, and it's just a whole bad time.
Everything's getting screwed.
Yeah.
I can really recommend this. I think you like the Peach Fresno because it's got a little zing, but it's more in his mild category, and it's nice. It's nice as a hot sauce.
Yeah.
I put that on everything. So there we go. Fuego Fermentations, a Cleveland local staple. And that does it for the 43rd episode of Velocity Chaos Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We are doing it for you, our audience, our listeners, our engagers. We are looking forward to speaking and talking with you and figuring out how to make this show 110% on a scale of 1 to 100. Thank you so much for your time. I want to thank our producer running the board, DJ Red Carpet. Thank you so much, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me out as always, guys. Thank you.
Nailing it every single night, keeping it real, keeping us on pace. Even though today you got a little frisky tonight.
Got a little weird.
That's good. I like that. Every couple episodes.
Gotta mix it up.
Don't do it all the time. No, just kidding. Do it as much as you want. Anyway, this is Nick from the Velocity Chaos Podcast signing off. See you next time.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you guys again so much. And like we always say, when you got your chips and the kindergartners sending you their love, just keep running that mile. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.